at the par 5 16th. Michelle Wie getting a look at where her second shot landed. Mark?
Well, it's in the flat of the bunker. It's a very long bunker shot, which is the real issue here. Hole location's all the way in the back of the green, so it'll be tough once again, just like it was at 13, to carry it all the way back there.
Could she just pick it off like a lot of amateurs do? Just chip it off that sand?
Boy, I don't know. There's a pretty good lip in front of her, Johnny. She's taking a full swing, full practice swing, so apparently that's not what she's going to do.
Mark, which one is longer, the one here or at the 13th?
This one is much longer than the one at 13.
Tough shot. What would be a really good shot from there, like 12 feet, 15 feet?
Yeah, I think that would be a good shot. It'd have to be inside 10 to be what I'd call excellent.
Going with a pretty square stance to get a little more power.
Reasonably square club face. Almost.
Yeah, it gives herself a chance. The ball's rolling away though, but got a big hooking putt from there.
Up ahead to 17.
Sayri Pak on the tee with a 6-iron. Actually with a 4-iron.
Well, it said 6 on the iron there.
Yeah, it did, Johnny. That's why I thought it was a 6. Thought that was the information we received.
It was nearly a 1.
And it was a beautiful shot. We've only seen 2 birdies here all day. She's going to have a great chance at one. We go to 18.
Here she comes. Stacy Pramanatsu, 2 behind.
That's a Cinderella story here, no doubt about that. Good
Carries
drive.
the bunker. Yeah, good look at the hole in the back left.
It was a perfect line.
Back to 17.
Julie Inkster on the tee. Has to be thinking birdie, birdie finish.
Looks like a draw follow through.
Well, hangs it right. Oh.
Missed that green both times today. One left, one right.
Back to 16.
What about Annika, Roger?
Well, has drawn a pretty decent line in the intermediate cut of rough, so we'll play a 5-wood here.
I'm sure all that workout will pay off, huh, Roger, if you can do it. It's a little bit of a gamble.
Yeah.
Easy on that side.
We'll find the primary rough again on the right.
Hurst, Roger.
287 to the hole. Not going to be able to reach it, obviously, but trying to get it down there where she can get a good angle for her third.
Pretty good cut there, Roger.
She's leaning like it's headed a little right and catching the primary rough.
Yeah, she looked like she cut across that pretty good. That is not a good spot.
We've got the co-leader Sorenstam and the primary rough at the 16th. There was a roar at 18 just a little while ago. Sophie Gustafson's 4th. Dropping it in. She began this final round just a couple of shots behind at +2, but a +7 round of 78. That'll help give her a smile as she leaves this championship. And back over to 16, Michelle Wie. Is this the time, Johnny, for one of those 16-year-old putts to roll in?
Well, it's got a big break on it, I think.
It definitely does. It's certainly not right edge.
No.
Pretty similar to the one we saw Julie bomb by just a little while ago.
Remember how much that putt broke coming back she missed?
Board right behind her knows exactly where she stands.
If you're looking at the face on a clock, this ball needs to enter the hole at about 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it's way out to the right. Let's see.
Never had the speed.
Looking to get away, Dottie.
That was a very difficult putt. It just wants to chase away from that hole. Doesn't want to stay near the hole, does it?
It makes Sayre Pak's birdie there even more impressive.
Yeah, you're right. Well,
Wee's got to have it. I mean, this is not the time to do what she's done in past majors and have one wriggle out at a crucial time.
it's hard to know what the leader's going to do. They're both in trouble, though. Sorenstam and Hurst are both not in a good spot with the right hole location, especially with the way that green shoots it to the left. It doesn't look like they're going to make birdie, that's for sure.
Close calls in majors this year. Close calls dating back to major championships as far back as 04 at the Nabisco. A couple back after 3 rounds. Ended up finishing 4 behind Grace Park. What is in store for Wee today? What is in store for Promenade Suit here at 18? 2 behind in the fairway coming up the hill.
She could not have a better look at this whole location. She can chase it up there.
Yeah. Well, the way the day has gone, she'll probably knock it up there inside 5 feet and make birdie. I mean, it's been crazy.
It's been a crazy ride for her father in his late 60s out here.
I mean, she's only hit 4 greens in regulation, folks. And I mean, that is just amazing. 21 putts. That's something, isn't it, Dottie? 21 putts.
That's some nerves. Little draw would work its way all the way back there.
She's 1 over par for the day. +2 for the championship. Sounded a little thin, but maybe it's a chaser. It is a chaser.
Thin to win.
Chasing back.
Look at this. I'm telling you, it's like magic right
Is
now.
there another magic putt left for Stacy Promenadsu to post +1 in weight? Even a 2-putt par might get it done. Who knows?
She's wearing out her guardian angel, I can tell you that.
Wee for her par at 16. That just got in. So 2 holes left for Wee. And she is 2 back. 17.
Just a moment ago, Dan Inkster really needs to hold this and then birdie 18.
Spin.
Asking for it to spin. It does. Oh. What an effort.
She's just a little competitive.
Just a little bit like you.
Sorenstam finally getting off the bag here as the green clears ahead of her, Roger.
And Shi Yuan will be first to play. Wind kind of dying down a little bit later in the day here. Just has kind of taken a bit of a lull in this area.
Back to that in a moment. We go to 17 and Pak.
Chance to get it to 1 over par. Tough putt to read here, Jane.
Yeah, it looks to me like it's going to go to the right, Gary. Makeable putt distance-wise, but can she read enough break in it?
She hit it firm enough? No.
Back uphill and into the breeze. Just didn't hit it hard enough.
All right, safely in with a 3. So Pak remains at 2 over. Nice round for her at 2 under par in the final round. Go back to 16.
Next couple of moments here, Gary, going to determine a lot of this championship. Is it going to be a duel between Sorenstam and Hurst, or are they going to bring the rest into it here, Roger?
Well, not a very good lie. The rough sitting down a little bit. It'll be very difficult getting spinning this ball and not a good angle. This is not going to be easy to get it near the hole. She's got to play it left of the hole.
She's looking left. Gotta muscle it out of there. That's a very smart shot, Roger.
Yes, and well executed.
How about that distance control? She actually has a makeable birdie putt, which that's hard to do from there.
Your move, Pat Hurst.
Now, who's going to blink first, huh?
Well, he's going to fly at 90. I like 53 around with her ball. Yeah.
Well, she's made a living out of the rough today.
Oh, literally, since they started play this morning.
She has a gathered heavy hit, though, Roger, that is able to muscle through that rough maybe better than any leader on the leaderboard. And the fact she comes down so steeply on it, you know, there's no grass between the club face and the ball.
You could hear Katie say, yeah, play it out left. Trying to carry it 90 yards with a 53 degree wedge.
Oh, man, just right on top of it.
Take it right, Walt. Sit.
Another good play.
Right.
Okay, good shot, man.
We go to the tee at 17.
Michelle Wee getting ready for her tee shot. She's struggled on the par threes this week, +4.
Gary, she'd like to hit it right where she did in the third round this morning, I think. That would be a real good one now.
For the trouble she had earlier this week, made a double here from the right bunker.
Lost her balance again a little bit.
Just a little bit left.
Yeah, but it carries too far, Mark. I'll land that ball short of the hole, short of the green.
Would have been about a foot from the hole this morning.
Yeah, she can't believe it.
A little pumped up, maybe. Think so?
Wouldn't be surprised, Johnny. Back to 16.
A couple of big birdie putts coming up. Hurst will putt hers before Annika, Roger.
And this from the back fringe. Moves a little bit to her right. And toward the end of the putt, it starts going back uphill. So it would be an easy putt, I would think, to leave short. Thinking it's quicker than it is.
Talked about the winning ways for Hurst. She did win last year, but that was her first victory in more than 5 years.
And at that award ceremony, she was just overwhelmed. She never realized how much it meant to win, and she openly said, I don't know if I ever believed I really would win again.
And that was in the throes of motherhood. Her and her husband, Jeff Height, with a couple of young kids. You kind of readjust like Julie Inkster did. Learn how to put it all together again.
You learn that time on the golf course is there just for that.
You called it, Raj. Just a little short. Not much, though. It really moves right at the hole, though. That's a pretty good lead. I don't know if she'd want to hit it over. Do you think so, Raj?
Well, no, I think she's going to be pleased with that, really, from there.
She's in a position, if she can go par, 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 she's got a great chance to at least get in a playoff. So pars are good.
Hey, it's +1 going to be good enough for Promenade Suit? If this falls, she'll have it. Maybe +2, but that's asking a lot. So this is big.
She's going to have to make this if she wants to have a chance for playoff.
She's going to have to wait on +2.
She looked up pretty early there and pulled it. That one might have been like, oh my goodness, I got a chance for the Women's U.S. Open.
Back to 16. Sorenstam focusing in on another birdie here to take the lead by herself.
Just about 15 feet. Move a little bit to her right.
Another confident stroke and another birdie for Sorenstam. Hello. 2 in a row. Two holes left.
We're seeing a little greatness come out right now.
It's been bottled up for a while. But you can see the confidence oozing all over her face. The birdie at 15, birdie at 16. And the #1 player in the world has a message for the rest of the field here. I may haven't won this championship in 10 years. Doesn't mean I've forgotten how to get it done. Great champions figure out a way to rise to the occasion, and Annika Sorenstam with back-to-back birdies now has made this her championship to win or lose. But the crowd, we mentioned the support here, Dottie, and Annika remarked on it earlier this week. She has sensed that they, especially this week, are rooting for her in her corner.
Never been here before and feels like she's at home.
Scorecard for her, there was that stumble down the closing 3 holes of the front 9. After 6, led by 2. After 9, trailed by 2. And then finally got into the lead position.
Well, she's hit every green on the back 9. You know, she had that one stumble on holes 6 through 9 where she went 0 for 4 in greens and regulation, and in the water at 7. But boy, she's settled right in now.
Inkster at +3 now, a full 4 behind now, Jane.
Yeah, desperately needs a miracle here. This is a 7 wood from 218, downwind.
So soft, 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 soft.
That was a huge bounce.
Yeah, that came in really hot.
She's had her battles with this whole bogey, bogey, bogey first 3 rounds, Inkster. Back to Weed, 17.
And a lengthy putt for birdie. Good news is, Mark, Jane Park just putted in front of her in kind of similar line, gave her an idea what she needs to do.
Absolutely, and I think Michelle knows she has to make this one. As she was walking up and the crowd was acknowledging her, she was smiling, but it was sort of a sad smile after Annika's putt, sort of a basset hound kind of a smile.
Moves right early and then kind of straightens out at the end. Great effort. She knows she hit a good one there. Up to 18.
Sari Pak, desperate time, +2, 3 behind.
188, 6 iron.
Such a draining day. You can hear it, see it on their faces.
Yeah, they're tired.
Again, 36 holes. First tee times today were at 6:30 this morning. They had about half hour or so before they turned around and played the second 18 today.
And you can see from Pak's face, she knows there's been too much cheering behind her to give her much chance.
And most of it coming from the play of this woman, Sorenstam, the only player under par right now, and at the age of 35 has a chance to put this title away again. Waiting for Park up ahead at the green, Gary.
And this for her par. Put her tee shot all the way to the back of the green and putted the ball almost off the front of the green. Still a nice performance by the young amateur. Disappointing 3-putt bogey. We'll move her to 9 over.
5 over to this afternoon.
5 over in the final round, Johnny, but
not that bad.
No, she was saying earlier in the week how she is now tied with Amanda Blumenhurst for low amateur, saying it was not a good year for her in college golf. She was a little disappointed with her play, so this has got to be a real pick-me-up. So we go up to 18.
And Inkster getting a little pick-me-up as she trudges up the fairway. Had designs on becoming the oldest champion in this event. And I know she's playing well, Dottie, but at the age of 46, you do wonder, are you ever going to get in this position?
Well, she's talking about paring her schedule back a little bit after this year.
I think we've heard that before, though.
You're right. She is addicted to being competitive, to being in the hunt.
You really have to go all the way back to Pat Bradley to find a woman golfer who's played this well this late into her 40s.
She's got all her priorities right, and when she comes out here to mean it.
Back to 17.
And the long wait for Annika Sorenstam continues as Zhang Jiang is having some trouble up on the green. A little bit of nail biting going on. Matt Hurst. Jiang now for a bogey. Drops her to +12 for the championship. Sorenstam with the momentum, and Roger, I guess perhaps you got to be a little careful. You're not too jacked up here, not too pumped up.
Well, I would think, if anything, if you did miss it just in front of the green, that would be the spot to be. This is 6-iron now.
Hit every green in regulation. This 9, as I said earlier, and that's all she needs is 2 more of them. And she's got that, probably that trophy on here.
Good chance of it. Not exactly birdie holes. There's only been 2 here at 17 in the 4th round.
And only 1 at 18, Gary.
Beautiful tempo. Look at her hold that 6-iron.
Ooh, it got the big bounce. Ooh, that's going to run all the way through the green, down the hill.
That was not a good bounce.
No, it landed just on the downslope by the bunker.
It's almost the same spot she chipped from this morning when the whole location was all the way in the back.
Yeah,
see how shocked she looks?
Yeah. Up at 18.
With Sorenstam a long way away at 17. Maybe a +1, Johnny.
+1 definitely has game with the open pressure.
Again, there's only been 1 birdie at 18 by Karen Stupples, the most difficult hole in this final round, averaging more than a half stroke over par.
It's a tough hole location on the left today.
She has been dialed in on this tee shot, though, Johnny. She's been able to hit a nice high fade well down the fairway all 3 times.
She has.
It's solid. The bunker's not in play for her at all.
This one is very low.
That's a very flat tee shot, and that will scoot over in the heavy rough, and that's a bad angle with the. Well, it's sitting up though. It is sitting up a little bit.
17.
Pat Hurst.
Got the 6-iron, Gary.
Way back in her stance.
This ball just a little right of the hole.
Well, it gets a big bounce as well, but certainly better than Sorenstam's.
Her bounce popped up where Sorenstam's popped forward.
To 18.
Sari Pak trying to get it to +1.
Well, can she hit it all the way from one side of the green to the other?
70 feet.
Man, it was right at it.
So Promenade Suit in at +2. Looks like Pak will get in at +2. What will Annika do at 17? Julie Inkster finishing up her championship.
Yeah.
Nice way to finish for par. Her 27th U.S. Women's Open. Put a scare into the youngsters today. But +3 most likely is just not going to be enough. +2 is the lead in the clubhouse. So Inkster officially out of it. And now back at 17, Gary.
Well, Annika's going to have to call on all this new creative imagination that she says she has with her short game. This is an awkward shot. A lot of green to work with, but Roger, there's a lot of slope in here that she's going to have to deal with.
That's just the phrase I was thinking of, Gary. As in pool, a lot of green. This is not going to be an easy one to get close. It's got a lot of slope coming in from the left-hand side. This has got to be every bit of 80 feet.
She's got sand wedge. She's going to play it back in her stance.
A little bit into the grain, which could make her come up short if she doesn't watch out.
Wants to slow down. Well, not bad, but certainly not in.
It's never easy, is it, Gary?
No. Up at 18.
All right, to join Promenade Suit with a lead in the clubhouse at +2, Sayri Pak continues to play well after reaching rock bottom in this sport.
What a fourth round.
That's a low round this afternoon.
69 for Pak. And Hurst having a good round today as well. 2 under, over at 17.
Chance to get to 3 under, and importantly get to 1 under for the championship. She is second in the field in the putts and greens hit in regulation stat.
That's a good combo.
I guess.
Pretty amazing when she came in here ranked 100th on the overall putting stats on the LPGA for the season. What a turnaround.
Well, she's made a few bombs the last few days this length.
Well, will it reach? Will it reach?
That looked good for a long time, Gary.
It did. It had the line, Danny. There's no doubt about that.
She's pretty fearless. That was popped up there.
Well, she's doing her part, Gary, to win
She
the
certainly
Open.
is.
Is she going to go to 18? 1 back? Or are they going to be tied?
Can Annika make 3 in a row? That's the big question. This one, of course, for a par, but almost in a match play situation.
Roger, this front portion of the green here at 17, pretty tough to read.
It looks as though the ball wants to come a little bit to the left, but I don't think it will it?
Well, it was interesting. Right at the very end of her chip shot as it was rolling out, it curved a little left, which would give you the feeling it would want to move a little right early. But certainly have seen some putts missed on the left-hand side from this location.
Real similar in length putt that she made for par this morning at the same hole.
Yeah, just like that. Very tough putt to read. She hit it where she wanted to. Sorenstam bogey 17, drops back to even par. She at first will go to the final hole of the Women's Open, tied for the lead. She's really been focusing on keeping her head down. She's listening, she's listening. She didn't hear anything.
That takes discipline.
That's that's commitment.
That is scary discipline.
Up to 18.
All right, we from this live 191 back up the hill. Had to kind of go down and reach after it. Skirts that little knob of the bunker.
Got to slow down.
That was a really good shot. She should have gotten more out of that.
All right.
Yeah, she could chip that in.
That would be a +1 number, which might be good enough to get involved here with the difficult 18th, the most difficult hole to get in the final round. Sorenstam and Hurst will play it tied for the lead. We lies 3 at 18. Pak, Promenade Suit in at +2 as the leaders. And the rest of the contenders in this championship. And the Blumenhurst with a good outing here.